Welcome to More Than Mindset, the only podcast that bridges the gap between spirituality and success. Go beyond the mind with clarity and confidence coach Kim Guillory and learn how to integrate your passion to serve with your skills and experience to create a business you love. Let's get started.
Hey there, and welcome back to the show. So I am returning from, about 10 days in Florida, which was personal and professional. I was having time with a friend, and I spent a few days in marketing and sales training, all the fun stuff, all the business things, getting ready for the holidays as well as the new year, goal setting, and also how to help our clients market themselves better, learning how to sell. A lot of healing-focused entrepreneurs and business owners in general just have a very negative opinion around selling and even around marketing. And guys, here's the problem with that. If you're in business, you are a marketer and you are in sales, because the way that you need to help people is by making them an offer to serve them. So spent a few days with that, and we got some really fun stuff planned for next year on what we're going to do with that. So if you want to master your marketing strategy for your business and you want to start off 2024 with a bang, make sure you are on our email list and following us on social media so that you get the heads up on what we have planned. It's going to be super fun. All right, now to today's show. I have been contemplating and studying this new body. No, it's not a new body of work. It's actually a very old body of work, like 1841. So I'm going to read something to you, and then I'm going to break it down and share with you how it has been extremely helpful for me. I have spoken to clients around this, and I have taken it and turned it inside out and made it very simple to understand for myself, for my clients, as well as connections that I have made outside of business in general. In other words, family and friends, which is crazy because usually they are the ones who resist it the most, but they have not. So I've had a lot of time and different ways of explaining this. So the name of the show is Envy and Imitation. So think of envy and jealousy, and then the things that you are envious and jealous about. So that may be people, it might be positions, maybe it's something that someone else is doing in their business, maybe it's their financial status, it could be their body size and shape, maybe it's their lover that you are comparing to yours, right? Or the absence of. Doesn't matter. Use whatever situation you're in, but I'm going to speak to it in the context of business and clients, okay? So this is coming from Ralph Waldo Emerson, and it is Self-Reliance. That is what it's called. And it was first published in 1841. Self-Reliance advocates for individualism and encourages readers to trust and follow their own instincts and intuition rather than blindly adhering to the will of others. So 1841, and we're in 2023, and you guys know this is something I'm extremely passionate about. Bioindividuality is the word or the concept that pulled me, attracted me, magnetized me into coaching. I knew that there was something very significant for me to learn and also to teach, because I was already seeing people in personal development and growth and noticing over and over again what the problem was, which was conditioning, generational patterns, cycles, dogma, things that we were taught that are misinformation, and how that is keeping us stuck in our lives, stopping us from prospering in our relationships, in our money, as well as in our health. So very short. I'm going to read it to you, but I'm going to break it down like I did a few episodes ago. When I find something that is a few sentences deep and it can take me to another level of perception, I will always share it with you because I am on a mission. I will not stop helping others improve their health, wealth, and relationships, attain their personal, professional, and financial goals, and more than anything else is create generational impact. Those that I speak to and me that I am is everything about that. And this is going to relate. So enjoy. There is a time in every man's education when he arrives at the conviction that envy is ignorance and that imitation is suicide. Envy is ignorance. Imitation is suicide. Really think about that. It is ignorant. It is a misunderstanding when you are envious of something that someone else has or does. And imitation is suicide. And the way that I see it is if you are imitating someone or someone's work and you are trying to be something that you are not, that is death. It is death of your individualism. It is death of your creativity. And you are taking on the persona of someone else. Gosh, this just like blew my mind. I've read this so many times in the past couple of weeks. Envy is ignorance and imitation is suicide. That he must take himself for better or worse as his portion. That though the wide universe is full of good, no kernel of nourishing corn can come to him but through his toil bestowed on that plot of ground, which is given to him to till. In other words, the seed that has been planted in you is meant for you to nourish and harvest. So envying what someone else is doing, what someone else has, who someone else is not your corn. It is not for you. So it is absolutely ignorant for you to think that it is, or to even desire or want it as your own. It is not yours. The power which resides in him is new in nature, and none but he knows what that is, which he can do, nor does he know until he has tried. If this is not inspiration and motivation to go inside and to bring forth what you have been summoned to deliver and share and create as your own unique thing. So do I need to read it again? The power which resides in him is new in nature. New in nature. It is yours to bring forth. It is your creativity. It is your individualism to bring it forth to the world to be seen and experienced and known. And it is yours to bring. Yours and only yours. No one can take it from you. So envy is ignorant. And it is not like we don't go take it from someone else. That is theirs. Yet we live in a world filled with copycatters. And this, like all this social media stuff, as if there is this one perfect way, this one thing that works for everyone. No, boo, they selling you some BS that worked for them, and they're selling it to you when it no longer works for them. They're like, well, we just assume give it to them now. It's not working anymore, so we're going to sell it to them. Go, listen, this is so good. Not for nothing, one face, one character, one fact makes much impression on him and another none. It is not without pre-established harmony. This sculpture in the memory. The eye was placed where one ray should fall, that it might testify of that particular ray. Bravely let him speak the utmost syllable of his confession. We but half express ourselves. We but half express ourselves and are ashamed of that divine idea which each of us represents. Guys, this is like, I just did a call like a few minutes ago with my new trained coaches where we were identifying their brand amongst the group. Everyone was, it was such a treat to be able to show everyone what we see in them and then what they feel. What is their brand? What is their expression of themselves? So I'm going to say it again. We but half express ourselves and are ashamed of that divine idea which each of us represents. In other words, there is a shame of being all that we are, which is different and individual and unique. There is a shame of expressing the very essence of our being, which that is the brand, that is the thing, that is the essence that you bring forward to the world that no one else can. No one can take it from you. No one can do it. No one can be it. It has been divinely orchestrated to be yours. Almost done here. It may be safely trusted as proportionate and of good issues, so it be faithfully imparted. But God will not have his work manifest by cowards. So if you are ashamed and you half express and you don't show up and you don't represent the truth that resides within you, the individualism that is to be expressed through you is God expressing through you. And when you have shame and you hide it, God will not have his work made manifest, won't come to fruition by cowards. So it requires courage to be you. Oh, so good. Go. I'm excited. I hope you're excited. I hope you're getting this. It needs a divine man to exhibit anything divine. A man is relieved and gay when he has put his heart into his work and done his best. But what he has said or done otherwise shall give him no peace. Envying, jealousing, mocking, imitation, interpreting someone else's will give him no peace. It is a deliverance which does not deliver. In an attempt, his genius deserts him. No muse befriends, no invention, and no hope. Wow. 1841. And I feel like this is the body of work that I brought forth in 2016. Crazy, right? Timeless wisdom. It is timeless. This many years ago, timeless. The part that really sat with me is the envy is ignorance, because boy, have I been guilty. I've talked about this on the show before, of envy and jealousy, of how it looks like other people, get the attention, get their work out there. They manifest or materialize the desires of their heart so much faster and quicker. That's what it feels like. That's what I think it is. And I have this belief that it'll never happen for me. It'll never work for me. And my mission is not like about money or attaining a particular goal. My mission is about creating generational impact that is going to live forever behind us. Generational impact is stopping what I was conditioned by and not passing that on to my children, to my grandchildren, to my great-grandchildren, and to help others do the same. So when I'm working with holistic practitioners, someone who goes out on a limb and does something courageous, they go against the medical system that they were taught and trained in that no longer works for them because they've got a new awareness, right? That's what I'm reading. They have a new knowingness, a new wisdom, a new seed that was planted for them to bring to harvest. So those daring cycle breakers, those who stand in the gap between conditioning and creating, those are my people. It takes a lot of courage to be us. So if you are listening to this and you are half expression, your divinity, which is your individualism, which is the seed that you bring forth in creativity in your own unique way, and you are hiding that, God does not make manifest. I feel like I'm preaching through cowards who hide and pretend and have envy, and they are imitating something else because they believe that is popular. That is not them. That is suicide, because you die to the creative expression that is you to bring forth to the world. You kill it off. No, God, that's not good enough. I don't want to stand alone. I don't want to be different and unique. I don't want to bring forth the gifts that you have bestowed on me. I don't want to answer the summoning of bringing self-healing, of holistic wellness, of breaking generational cycles of scarcity and poverty. I don't want to help the people with the gifts that you have given me. I don't want to break the patterns of broken relationships and family dynamics. I don't want to heal. That's what you were saying when you were hiding your expression or when you were half-assing it, because you have shame around the thing that is brewing inside of you, growing inside of you, but you are a coward and afraid to be courageous and show up because it's not what someone else is saying. So you choose to create an imprint of something that someone else is or someone else has done to be successful. And that is death, because you are mocking and imitating them, which is not you. Woo! That just like flowed out. I don't know how this is going to land, but it's already live, so I can't take it back. I have read this at least a dozen times to other people because I've been sitting with it, and I think I needed to be sure that there would be an acceptance of what I was saying, because it was so real and powerful and potent to me. And I'm like, wow. And recently I read that we can't actually receive these messages and these perceptions unless we are open to being on that frequency or vibration of understanding. But God, 1841. I've been reading a lot of old text, like from 1932, from like early on, and it's all on personal development and growth and prosperity. And it has awakened and inspired something new in me that I am enthusiastic about. I don't really want to read some of the interpretations or the mockery of the imitations of the way that someone who's actually not living the life of prosperity and abundance and great health and joy. I don't really want to listen to some of the gurus and the let me just tell you how to do it people. Like, it doesn't inspire me. But having original documentation and text that has worked and withstood timelessly for centuries, man, that gets me excited. That gets me fired up. All right, so that is what I have for you this week. Envy is ignorance. There is no reason to be envious or jealous of anything anyone has. It is not for you. You have your own. And imitation is suicide. So quit trying to do what someone else does and be what someone else is. Just stop it. This is about following your own instincts into intuition instead of blindly adhering to the will of others. It is advocacy for individualism, and it encourages you to trust and follow your own fire. I talked about the FEL process last week. Find what fires you up and align your actions. And then imagine the impossibility. Imagine what is possible, that doesn't seem possible in this moment that has been planted inside of you. And then lean into the discomfort and the fear and the awkwardness. Lean into the divinity that is within you for you to create and bring forth to the world to materialize. Bring it to us. We are waiting on you, not on you imitating someone else. We're waiting on you and what God has planted inside of you. If you have the want and desire within you, then it is yours to bring it forth. Can you not be a coward and instead be courageous and bring it forth? It's a big ask. I get it. I know there's a fear of what other people think and say. I get it. I get it. I'm with you. I hear you. And I also have to lean into the discomfort. But what choice do we have? Envy is ignorance, and imitation is suicide. It is death of what has been bestowed upon you to bring forth to the people. Have a great week. Make sure you share and give us a rating and review if you're listening to this and it was impactful.
Thanks for listening to this episode of More Than Mindset.